In Abuja today, two political heavyweights met behind closed doors, and Nigeria hasn't stopped buzzing since. Former President Goodluck Jonathan, the man who lost power in 2015, quietly welcomed Peter Obi, the Labour Party's surprise phenomenon of 2023, for what both men called a fruitful meeting. But in Nigeria, meetings like this are rarely innocent. Could this be the start of a stunning political twist, one that could reshape the 2027 elections and alter the destiny of Nigeria's democracy? Let's be clear. Peter Obi isn't just any politician. His 2023 campaign electrified young Nigerians, turning him into a symbol of hope and accountability. Goodluck Jonathan, on the other hand, left power amidst controversy, mocked by many for cluelessness, yet remembered by some for overseeing a freer democratic space. For these two to sit down now, in 2025, with the nation under economic strain, is no small matter. Reports online suggest Jonathan may be weighing a comeback, yes, a return to Aso Villa in 2027, and the whispers go further.
Because to me, if you call me now for Villa, I won't go there. I won't go there. Don't you see how young I am? The stress is so much. The stress of Nigeria is so much. If God managed bring you out of it, you should glorify God and thank God for the Lord's doing, because He's marvelous in His eyes. He has taken you there once. Why do you want to go there again? I won't go. I need peace, so I need your love. I want to share love with you. May God bless also.
If Peter Obi supports him, Jonathan could offer him the post of coordinating minister for the economy, a powerful portfolio, one that would put Obi at the heart of economic recovery, and perhaps position him for a second shot at the presidency. Others insist Obi himself might be considering a return to the PDP, a party he abandoned in frustration before the 2023 elections. Could this meeting be the first handshake in that direction? Well. Meanwhile, Peter Obi has been dropping hints on his own, promising to do just one term if Nigerians hand him the presidency. Why? To respect the unwritten rule of power rotation, ensuring that presidency swings back to the north in 2031. It sounds noble, it sounds calculated, but critics in the north say it's a hollow pledge, impossible to guarantee. They argue, how can a man who has never been president promise to step down after one term? For many, Obi's offer feels more like political bait than genuine sacrifice. And here's where the story thickens. Human rights lawyer Chidi Odinkalu has bluntly explained why some northern leaders are suddenly warming up to Jonathan, the same man they voted out in 2015. According to Odinkalu, Jonathan would be a weak, controllable president, a lame dog they could bend at will. Unlike Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who, despite riding to power on northern votes, is now accused of turning his back on the region with his appointment and policies. The feeling in many northern circles is clear. Tinubu must go in 2027, even if he installs his wife as Inspector General of Police or his son as INEC chairman. We will remove him. And while these political games play out at the top, ordinary Nigerians are paying the real price. Since the removal of fuel subsidy in 2023, the cost of living has skyrocketed. Transport, food, school fees, everything is higher, while incomes remain stagnant. Government officials preach about sacrifices for a better and brighter future, but for millions of families, tomorrow feels darker than today. This disillusionment is fertile ground for new alliances or desperate gambles. So imagine the possibilities. If Peter Obi re-enters the PDP fold, he could split his loyal base. Many of his young urban supporters may see it as betrayal, a retreat into the same old system they thought he was escaping. Yet, for party leaders, it could be a masterstroke, bringing fresh credibility, mobilizing youth energy, and softening Jonathan's image. On the flip side, if Obi resists and Jonathan runs alone, the North could rally behind Jonathan as a safer, more malleable option than Tinubu. And if neither options happens, Obi could still stand on his own, hoping to repeat his 2023 momentum, but facing even more formidable odds against two entrenched political giants. So what really happened in that quiet Abuja meeting today? Was it a friendly catch-up, or was it the beginning of a new coalition, one that could redraw Nigeria's political map? For now, we are left with speculation, whispers, and strategic smiles. But if there is one thing Nigerians know too well, it is this. In politics, nothing just happens. Everything is planned, everything is staged, and everything is for power. The question is, who will hold it in 2027?
But I decided to appear like my friend from Access Bank this way, because to remind me of our days as a deputy governor, because even my picture that he used for the program is the picture I took when I was a deputy governor. So he selected that picture when I was there. So if you look at that face, it's much younger than my current face. But Mike is somebody that it's difficult for me to place. As a human being from my primary school to the tertiary level and gotten involved in politics by divine providence from deputy governor to the president of this country, post-presidency of today, it's one of the few friends I have that can give out their neck for me. Politics in the Nigerian standard is about betrayal. You find it difficult to see somebody who will say the same thing in the morning and say the same thing in the afternoon and the same thing in the evening. I have witnessed a lot of betrayals, especially my 2015 elections. And Mike is somebody who, I have one other friends, but Mike is one person that will take a bullet on my behalf. So for occasion like this, I don't know how to comment, other people to speak, but for me, is somebody that you can take his words to the bank. You can take Mike's words to Access Bank from seeing the owner of Access Bank here. Most politicians, you cannot take their words to the bank. They will tell you something, the next 1 hour they are saying another thing. The next 1 hour they are saying another thing. Mike, you have tried, you're a honest person, you're a true Catholic. And I'm quite pleased to associate with you. In fact, whenever I come to Benin for programs, I used to sleep in his, I don't even sleep in the hotel. Though this time around, because the children, grandchildren, everybody came, so I said, okay, please, let the children and grandchildren take the house I'm in the hotel. But that's how close we are. Now, Mike has been a good person, and for us to have the current Chief Justice of the state and about 3 former Chief Justices of the state here speaks volume. For us to have 3 former governors here speaks volume. And the caliber of people we see around here to celebrate mine speaks volume. I'm happy to have such a person as a friend. And I cannot say much, but all what I will do is, like my good friend Aswe Godalo is here, would have been a good governor of Edo State, but don't worry. So that's the reason for everything. Yes. And the deputy governor is here, so don't worry. God has a good reason for everything. Edo State is also, it's like my second state. after Bayelsa because of my. Ordinarily, my wife is from Bayelsa. My wife is from River State. And I grew up in the old River State until Bayelsa State was created in 1996. And of course, I became a deputy governor in 1999. But those states is almost like my second state because of the relationship I have with Mike Otiadomi. Mike, thank you for being a good boy. Not just a good boy, you're a good husband and a good father and a good grandfather. Because there's nothing about the family that you don't brief me. And I'm quite pleased with that. So let me, as the chairman of this occasion, while declaring the program open, thank all of you for coming to celebrate somebody that's so worthy to be celebrated. Thank you all.